Whew. Day 3 of our Health Over 50 series. I don't want to die, whatever you want to call it. But there's a couple of things I want to address today, so let's get into it. Okay, after that boat goes by, there's probably going to be a little bit of waves happening in here, but we'll continue and hope that you guys can hear me over it. I'm sure you can. So after uploading the very first video, I got an influx, an abundance, a plethora of information from you guys, and all over the board of what to do and how to handle high blood pressure and all that kind of stuff. And some people don't worry about it and all that kind of thing. And so I took a little bit of all of it, and I'm going to compile it into my thoughts here today. But one of the things that I noticed was diet and exercise came up in almost every single topic. The problem was with diet, it was all across the board. Some people said, oh, I went full on meat eater, it worked for me. Some people said, oh, I got rid of all the meat and went to vegetarian, it worked for me. Some people, it's about vegan. For our friends here where we're staying, they are doing the keto thing, and they call it dirty keto because they don't follow it to the T, but they do keto. So that's what's working for them. But the one thing that I noticed was pretty steady through everybody is exercise, and for the most part cardio. So as I said before, I already eat pretty decent with the exception of processed stuff. So I'm gonna get rid of some of the processed stuff. I'm gonna cut down on my salt. I'm nuts when it comes to salt, putting on my French fries, putting on my pizza. So I know for a long time that's been a problem, so I should have cut that out a long time ago. So I'm gonna cut down on that stuff, and then I'm going to reduce my processed food intake, because I already think what I'm doing is fairly decent, but I am going to go hardcore back into some cardio. And for me, it's going to be mostly running. I am going to do some calisthenics and stuff like that to tone and things like that. But for the most part, I'm going to do some running. After a couple days, this is day 3, I took my blood pressure this morning before I went running, and I want to say that over the past couple of days, I've calmed down a little bit. I've stepped back from the edge of the cliff, from the proverbial bridge, if you will, so that I'm not going to jump. And I've noticed that my numbers are way down lower than what the doctor had told me, which kind of lends a little bit of credence to the whole white coat syndrome thing. And a lot of people have told me that when they go to the doctor, their blood pressure spikes, that it's a thing. So you guys, chime in on that and let me know if that's what happens to you. If you check it at home and it seems to be fairly normal, and then you go to the doctor and it spikes. I've heard from several people that that's the case with them, is that when they go to the doctor's office, it's crazy. And for some people, it was like if they went to one doctor's office, it was fine. They went to a second doctor's office and it was crazy. So that may have been the case. Maybe I was excited. Maybe I was terrified because it'd been so, I don't know. But it seems to me that may be the case, because this morning when I took my blood pressure, I do an average of 3. I'm taking it right now morning, kind of mid-afternoon and night. And so this morning, after I got up, and it's always going to be lower when you first get up, you're calm, you've just woken up out of a sleep. So this was 15 minutes after I woke up. It was 127 over 91 with a pulse of 73. That's not that bad. The diastolic number is a little high, but that doesn't freak me out because it's not the same number. If you're, and this is the other thing I want to tell you folks, don't get caught up in the numbers. Holy smokes, don't start taking your blood pressure 30 times a day. You're going to drive yourself crazy. The very first day, I probably took it 20 times in the day and drive myself crazy. We actually had a blood pressure party here the other night, which starts to show your age. Yeah, don't take it 20 times a day. It's not going to do you any good. Your blood pressure is going to fluctuate. It's a long journey. It's like if you're taking a journey from here to California, or from California to the East Coast, or wherever you're going, your miles per hour are going to fluctuate as you go across the country. So don't get too caught up in that stuff. Now, if every time you test morning, noon, and night, your blood pressure is skyrocketed, then you should be concerned. But mine, literally, the very first day that I tested myself, I was like, well, wait a minute, the numbers aren't out of control as much as I thought. What the hell's going on? And then as I've tested over the last 3 days, and I've been running my ass off, it's really, the numbers have been ding, 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 dropping pretty quickly into the normal range. So I'm not near as terrified, or I'm not terrified at all now. I'm like, okay, wait, it was on the border, and now I need to kind of rein it back in a little bit. Again, I'm going to continue to monitor this stuff. I'm going to continue to work on this and try to get better and better and better. So there was two things I wanted to address in this. One was my solution, diet and exercise, and the diet is a small part of it for me. The exercise is going to be the hardcore part of it, getting my blood pumping, getting that heart working better, and flowing that blood through my veins. The second thing I wanted to address is I've had several people that send me private messages and ask me why would I address this in public. I'm one of these people that need some accountability. They say a person's true character is revealed when no one's looking, and I'm one of these people that tend to do the right thing when no one's looking. But when it comes to myself, my own health, my own well-being and things like that, not so much. So I need somebody there to go, hey, dumbass, get your shit together. And so that's kind of what I'm doing here, is I'm getting some accountability from friends and family and from you guys as to make sure that I keep doing this. And by putting it out there, if I can help just one person. I mean, we've got 30,000 subscribers. We've got a fairly decent sized channel, but if I could help just one person, get one person to go, I need to get this in check, I need to address this, and I need to eat better, and I need to diet. I need to exercise more. If I can get just one person to do that, then it's worth it, because that's what this is about. This is about accountability for me, and it's about seeing if I can just help one person. One person sees me do it and goes, you know what, I should try it too. So that's what I'm encouraging you guys to do, is look at these daily videos, see how I'm progressing, and do it yourself. Let's say you've never exercised before, you've never got off the couch, you've never been outside and went for a walk or a run. You don't have to. Today I slowed it down a little bit. The last 2 days I did over 2 miles. Today I did about 1.5 miles. I ran a little bit harder, but I took the distance down a little bit because the last couple of days were really tough and I couldn't feel my legs at the end of the day. So what I encourage you guys to do is, if you have never run before or biked or whatever you choose to do, get out and walk a little bit. And if you have a hard time walking to the end of your driveway, walk halfway to the end of your driveway for a week. And then at the end of that first week, then you're gonna start to feel better. And then walk to the end of your driveway the second week. And then the third week, go down to the neighbor's driveway. And then the fourth week, and just keep adding on to that. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to be a world-class runner right out of the gate. That's not what this is about. This is about getting that heart beating, getting that exercise in. That will be a huge help to also changing your diet. And whatever diet works for you guys, that's something that you're going to have to decide. For me, I'm going to stick with my vegetarian diet, but I'm going to reduce my processed food intake. So get out and exercise. I can't emphasize that enough. And just start little by little. Don't try to overdo it. If you've never walked to the end of your driveway before and you try to run down the block and back, that night you are going to hurt so bad that you're never going to want to do that again. And don't do that. Take 10 steps the first week, 20 steps the second week, 40 steps the third week, 80 steps, whatever you have to do to progress each and every week. Please go out and do that, because it is going to make a world of difference to you. You might be, borderline high blood pressure, it's going to help with that. If you're borderline diabetic, it's going to help with that. If you're diabetic, it's going to help with that. Exercise and getting your heart beating is going to help you. It is not going to hurt you, folks. So get off the couch and get out and go for a walk. And hopefully at some point you can turn that into a run, or bicycling is phenomenal. So get out and bicycle. Our friends here, Linda and Jerry, they are bicycle fanatics, and they get out and bicycle almost every single day, and we've been biking with them as well as my run in the morning. So that's my ramble for today, folks. I hope this has given you guys a little bit of help. If this is your first time here at the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, drop a like on the video, and maybe other people will get to see it as well. And we'll see you in the next video.